All right. So I'm sitting in my crib, bored as hell, watching YouTube videos. And I keep, seeing shit about people monetizing and whatnot. And it's something I thought about doing back in the day with my blog, but my blog was, rather adult oriented. So I couldn't really do it because, Google owns YouTube and they own Blogger. I'm talking about my blogger, my blog spot. And I'm a broke bitch living in this horrible, horrible apartment that I'm kind of stuck in, which is kind of a long story. And I'm thinking maybe I should try and actually monetize on YouTube. I mean, I've got an account. I've got, I don't know, there's some little crappy videos on there from old when. And of course, the last upload I did about the little grocery store trip, well, that was something that I was wanting to do because I usually I've always went with a friend of mine to the grocery store because we used to go early as fuck in the morning. And back before I had actual transportation, we would walk because they lived like basically around the corner from the Kroger's that was 24 hours. And then, I got my scooter and I got my car. So we would drive to the Kroger's, and then the Kroger started closing. So we would go to the Walmart, and Walmart started closing. So we would have to do it like we weren't able to just go, but we would always act the damn fool at the grocery store. So I was like, I'm gonna start like recording this and posting it on YouTube. And I made the first video, but that's the only video because my car is not drivable at the moment, and with my luck, most of the time we would get ready to go. My phone didn't even have enough battery to actually record video because I'm on my phone all the time, mostly on YouTube. Because, like I said, I'm a broke bitch and they have Wi-Fi, so I can actually get on YouTube. And yeah, I'm kind of showing you this shitty junk, whatever. I've actually been cleaning the apartment. It used to be here a lot worse than this, especially when I had people living with me. And no, you can't really see it. Damn this phone. So I'm thinking about maybe trying the monetizing thing. And I'm the kind of person that'll get on YouTube and, start out watching, like hill climb videos and maybe dirt every day or, two-step compilations and whatnot. And next thing I know, I'm looking up a video of how you take one of those hoverboards and make an electric bicycle with it, or how to pop balloons with a laser pointer connected to a AAA battery with a capacitor added, and you've got yourself a little laser burning, fucking carving stuff into your walls and stuff with it, or whatever. Or I'm watching like moto vlogs like Shade Tree Surgeon or Do It with Dan or The Illustrator. I got into those watching Yami Noob actually. And now I'm just thinking, like, if you're like one of the people like me that tries to get on YouTube to watch a couple of things, like maybe Ill Will Press, and then 3 videos later, you're looking up the most haunted places in the world, just whatever, and then like the new Gorillas video or MF Doom video, then I don't know. I guess that'd be the best way you'd be able to describe my actual channel. If like I decide to start uploading more videos, and I'm not even sure how successful it'd be, but I don't know. I'd give it a shot. I don't have much. And as you see, I've actually been cleaning out this closet. And that's where most of this crap has come from. And I'm gonna turn on a light right now. And you can see my shame, like this. I completely forgot I had it, and it was in my closet. And if you can't tell what this is, it is the complete engine off of a kinetic TFR moped that I had. And me and a buddy were trying to get it running. And no, the fire extinguisher isn't there for, if we caught this thing on fire and burnt down my old apartment. I was actually going to modify this. And if you don't know anything about the kinetic TFR, it's basically an Indian copycat of the Vespa Chow. So it's not a top tank moped. I was going to somehow reconfigure this fire extinguisher, which is empty, been empty. It was empty when I got it, and I don't actually remember where I found it at. But I was going to use that after I added a brace bar across the top of it as a secondary gas tank. Which, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have kept the gauge on it, and maybe the gauge would work, and I know how much gas is in it. Anyway, I guess if I did monetize or something, and I started actually putting videos and making a real channel, and not just those 3 or 4 random ass videos that I have on there from what is basically eons ago in internet years, it'd probably be, I'd probably have some stuff that'd be consistent, but then there'd be random shit, random on my video. Like, I actually recorded most of a trip I took with some friends. We were trying to find a cave in one of the local parks. It's broken up into 3 or 4 videos, but I was thinking about uploading those. Stuff like that. Grocery trips. Which, speaking of grocery trips, my friend in that video, she called me while I was actually watching Do It With Dan video about running some errands with her. So I'm probably going to record that and put that up, because that would be like a consistent thing, not in ways of, every week or something like that, but a consistent theme of the video. And then there's also a couple other things, maybe random stuff, maybe me hanging out with friends or something, stupid shit, or like me riding around town on my bicycle. And all of this is going to be basically raw videos done on my phone, because like I said, I'm a broke bitch. I don't have no fancy GoPro or whatnot. I haven't find it hard as hell to find an actual job when I've actually been trying to actually work on getting my CDL permit again, because the first time I got it, I got messed around so much that it expired. But I mean, I guess if you notice one theme in my house, you'll see all these, bicycle parts everywhere. Look at that. This one here, this blue one, it's a Next Bella Vista. I had a Huffy Cranbrook that I wanted to get rid of to help unclutter my house, and I was like, oh, I got a friend that might want it. He let someone use his bike, and they got a flat on it, and wouldn't give it back to him until they fixed the flat. Never fixed the flat, so he just said, fuck it, keep it. So I took this Cranbrook of mine, and I put the drivetrain, because this was a 7-speed or 6-speed cruiser. Spread out the rear chain stays and put the derailleur on it, and the chain, and the cable and gear shift. And I took an ink pen and cut up an ink pen and zip tied it to the Chromebook's frame for cable guides, and I simply just ran the cable through it, same length because the bikes are about the same size, and it worked perfectly. And the bike on the other side is some sort of Huffy Sport, whatever piece of crap that I had found laying on the sidewalk with a flat tire, and it was actually a blessing because I had took a friend to the laundromat. This is back when my car was running. I took a friend to the laundromat, and I was in the car with the key on for some reason, and I have a habit of locking the doors. So I locked the keys on. I locked the door with the car on the ignition, with the car on. It wasn't running; it was just on. And luckily, the laundromat wasn't too far from my house, so I had to walk all the way home to get the spare key. And I ran across this bike, and I rode it with a flat because one of the tires was flat, and I think it's it was the front tire on it that was flat, and the back tire is bent and out of true as hell. Rode it the rest of the way home, grabbed my keys, rode it back, threw it in the trunk, took it back to my house, and then came back and then drove back up to the laundromat. And like I said, if I do any, like if I really try to bite the bullet and try and conceive some sort of channel that people will be remotely interested in, I mean, it's all going to be done raw with my phone because I ain't having anything like that. This here is another project of mine. It's Trek 720 multi-track. That funny story is I had got this bike and a couple years ago and didn't originally have that fork on it, but I was over. This was years ago, back before I had a car or a scooter. I went over my mother's house for something. On my way back, it had got a flat, so I was walking it home, and I was walking across the street, and I got clipped by a woman speeding down the street at like 40, 45 miles an hour. It didn't have that rack on it either. And I got clipped about in this area. I was on this side walking it with the seat. And the strange thing was, her side view mirror hit my side and I broke it. And it bent both of the original wheels that I had on it. And somehow the front and rear brake calipers got disconnected in the accident. The fork got bent, and the derailleur cage, as you can see, is kind of still messed up because I'm trying to straighten it by hand, was bent. Right now I'm putting it back together for a friend of mine, actually my best friend, who's dating the chick that I go to the grocery store with. I'm putting it back together for him. I've been trying to slowly get it back together with what I have here, which is what all these are. Those are all my bicycle parts. A stack of produce boxes, crates, whatever. This wheel here, I can get an inner tube for it. And this wheel, which I could have sworn had air in it, which means I'm going to take it back apart again and find out if there's another damn leak. And this old TRI tag-along bike, you know what this is going to be? Well, it can be a new video on my channel whenever I can get around to doing it. But this, with that, those, this, and this here, which is why it's written on, you can't see it because it's upside down, is going to be my new bicycle trailer. And why do I need a bicycle trailer? Well, that's simply because my car, which I've dubbed because of Jeremy Clarkson and because of what it is a Yank tank. My 2008 Crown Vic Police Interceptor. Transmission's out in it. And I have no ways of getting it fixed. So I'm back on a bicycle. And I need a way to carry cargo. And I've actually had an idea to make a trailer for a long time. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I just knew I was going to use the crib side to my son's old bed. And I was either going to modify one of those little tag-along, one of those little instep trailers or something to fit it and widen it or something. And now I couldn't figure out a hitch. And I've had this. Damn it, someone's calling me. And I've had this for a while, and it only dawned on me the other day that, oh, wait, I can use that as a basis for the trailer. And bam, it was born. Now I just have to have someone to help me weld it up. I need to get a disc for my angle grinder and cut it up where I need to be cut up. Not divulging those secrets yet. Hopefully there'll be a build video. And I might have a lot of bicycle stuff on this channel because I have a lot of bicycles. And they're all in my house. And while they're all in my house, because they were chained up outside, but someone cut both chains, cut the lock, and stole my 2012 Diamondback Response. This is another Cranbrook, my 2 road frames, Diamondback Drifter 1, a Schwinn Stingray fork that I snagged from a Stingray I found in the dumpster because I wanted to throw it on something. And I don't have anything to throw it on because of how large it is. But I'm still going to keep it. I'm going to figure out something to put it on. I've got a little mag wheel down there that I want to put on the fork. And all my tires and some wheels. Some of these wheels are actually scrap. And they're going to be going to the recycling center, which I was going to do before my car broke down. And they also tried to take this Trek 800 Sport, which I tricked out with Origin 8 stuff. Origin 8 grips, Origin 8 handlebar extensions, Origin 8 stem. I have an Origin 8 seat. It's got Primo BMX pedals on it that I've had kicking around forever. It's got a Kenda 838 rear tire. The front tire, which is in the stairwell, is a Kenda Quest. I found that on the side of the building. And then another little neat little thing that I scooped up from my friend that I go to the grocery store with. Well, from whatever. It is some sort of 2-cylinder motor that I'd had my eye on for quite a while. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm thinking by the top of it is probably a 2-stroke, or that just may be the flathead design that all these little Briggs and Stratton motors and shit have. But it's a 2-cylinder. It's a oh, I need that. I need this right here. I was looking for one of these when I was putting that track together. As you see, it's a 2-cylinder. I have no idea what I want to do with it. I don't know what the bottom end of it is. I'm going to eventually do something with it. Maybe I can put it on a bicycle or a trike or something. And I'm going to set this over here because I was looking for another one of these. Small enough to mount this rack. Put that right there by the coffee pot. Yes, I know my apartment looks like one of those seek and finds from old cameras to broken guitars, which I was actually trying to part that out so I could fix this one, which is now broken by accident out of a bit of rage I had, and same with this PV database, which, if anyone knows where I can get a new neck for this thing, whereas it's an actual database neck or off of a PV, I think he's a T40 or T41, please let me know. Those two guitars were a gift to me. And my other project, a Schwinn probe that has the fork, not the fork, but the handlebar and handlebar stem off the Lotus Pegasus I had. And I came across these trick brake levers that this piece is adjustable on. They are Originate. And these are the shifters, Shimano Dior shifters off of the Lotus Pegasus. I don't have the derailleur. The rear derailleur, was put on my Genesis Road Tech that I believe my ex-girlfriend stole. And I found it on the other side of the complex, but I tried to do the right thing and contact the cops, and they didn't do shit about it. So I don't have it anymore. I am going to be rebuilding. If you didn't see it, you'll try to see it now. Denali, one of the row frames, got the fork off of it and the stem. Now people say, "Oh, it's a cheap bike, it's whatever." Well, I actually might be a good next video explaining why I want to build a Denali, even though I got those two nice row frames back there. Now I'll actually make that another video. But my friend I'm supposed to be running errands with just called me about 5 minutes ago. And probably, I think, texting me in the middle of this. So that's all I've got for now. I'm going to upload this and at some point, as well as the videos of my friends trying to find a cave in Tom Sawyer Park, and I don't know, maybe whatever happens today. But here's all my shit. And I might even throw some cooking in there, because, look at this spice collection. What man has spice collection like this? I love cooking. There's some that I need to get, but that's what I got left. Yeah. And look, there's a deep V wheel that's going to go on that Diamondback Drifter 1 Cruiser in the kitchen closet where I'm trying to strip paint off of it. I actually had a wheel set for it, complete wheel set, but I believe my ex stole that because after I got them out the house, which is probably another video I might do, I noticed a lot of my bike parts were missing. The front wheel off that turquoise Huffy Cranbrook in there was missing, and lots of things were missing and whatnot. I could have had a few complete bikes. But I'd say that's enough of looking at my hellhole pathetic apartment. I don't know why I keep panning around. I'm pretty sure you're tired of looking at it. And I know I'll get tired of looking at it, so I'm hardly ever here. And I'm going to just say, this is Jax, the one and only. Jax Rhapsody. You can find me on Instagram and whatnot. Or this open ancient laptop where I'm finishing up some erotica. You can find me on Little Erotica, posting things. And this is about as much as you'll see. All right. Ciao for now.